Thanks for tuning in to our seller interview series. Up to date, we've got an Adsense and Amazon associate business for sale in the apparel and accessories niche. Created in March 2014, this business makes $4,518 per month in net profit, and the listing number for this site is 40842. Now, we do these interviews to give potential buyers more information about both the seller and the sites they're looking to purchase. We hope these insights are helpful for you in making a buying decision. We've got the seller with us today to go through the business and cover everything from niche selection to traffic and monetization. Thanks for coming on, Kat.
Hey, hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good.
Good. Before we dive into the questions here, just to give a quick summary of the business for everyone out there listening in. As I mentioned, it was built in March 2014, has a monthly revenue of $5,081, with expenses sitting at $563 for that total net profit of $4,518. That is over a 12-month average, and with the sale of the site includes the domain, the site content, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest accounts, along with 2,000 plus email subscribers. So with all that said, Ken, can you give us a little bit of your background in building and running online businesses? Is this kind of your first one, or have you been at it for a while?
Yeah, I've built many niche sites, and this is one of the most successful one that I have. And I start building niche sites since 2011. Yes.
Excellent. And how did you come up with the idea for this business? You know, without giving away the niche or anything, was it something you were already passionate about, or was it something you just saw, easy competition, or thought, hey, I can rank for that? How did that come about?
Yeah, there was something new and trending, and I see that there's a lot of potential, and I just grabbed that opportunity, and there's a lot of no competition keywords that I could rank.
Awesome. And, for someone that is looking at this business and maybe they're not familiar with AdSense or Amazon Associates, or even, very familiar with online businesses, could you just briefly describe in one or two sentences how this business primarily makes its money?
Yeah, so I got a lot of search traffic, like people searching for this product and in the niche, and I put on the Adsense, and people could click on those advertisings, and then I make some clicks. And also I promote some products, and people would go to Amazon and buy them, and I get those affiliate commissions.
Excellent. And why are you selling the business? And usually sites like these, it can be fairly hands-off. Why not keep it and grow it?
Yeah, my wife would like to start an offline business, and we need some cash to invest, and that's why I need that money.
I see. So you're planning on reinvesting the capital into an offline business.
Yes.
Interesting. Usually people will go the other way. That's cool, though. So that's the plan after the sale here. Moving to the site history, though, when you first began this site, what was the trajectory of it? Did you see yourself ranking pretty quick? Did you start making money quick, or was it kind of a slow build?
There was a slow build. There was more like hobby, and I was learning about that and write about the content and doing the research.
Excellent.
And then you start picking up in 2015. Yeah.
Was it kind of like one of those snowball effects where suddenly a bunch of your articles started ranking?
Yes. Yeah. It was ramping up pretty slow, but I see that it's become a trend like last 2 years. So
nice. Now, is there anything you learned from this business that you might be applying to your future sites or businesses, maybe even in your offline business, something that you did that just worked really well for you?
Yeah, I see that more like I built the passion on that, and then I use it regularly. So I know the niche, and I see that you need to really know it and have passion and grow it. It just takes off over time.
So what was the main thing you did with this business that just worked really well for you?
Do a lot of interesting content and catch up that trend and brought about that. So
okay, so deep diving into the content. Is there anything you did that didn't work with this business?
I still try to figure out the social media traffic. It's ramping up, but you need some more time to invest to get into that.
Makes sense. That segues into traffic here. Where is your traffic coming from mainly? Is it all organic?
Yeah, 80% is from organic.
Excellent. Do you get much traffic from your email list? Are you using that quite a bit, or is it just kind of passive?
It's pretty passive, yes.
Okay.
I send out some update once a while.
And as far as your earning types here, is it mainly AdSense, or are you seeing a healthy chunk of that coming from Amazon affiliates as well?
Most is from the Amazon affiliate.
Okay, so Amazon is your biggest earner.
Yes.
And how stable are the earnings? Is there seasonal fluctuation, or is it pretty even throughout the months?
It's a pretty even regular months. There's a peak over the shopping season because people buy that for gifts.
How much content is on the site? It doesn't have to be the exact, number, but like a rough estimate.
Yeah, more than 200.
200 articles.
Yeah, 200 articles, yes.
Very nice. Are you still adding content on like a monthly basis, or you just been kind of sitting there with it?
Yeah, I do that like once or twice a week. Some months I'm pretty hands off.
So you try to add an article once or twice a week?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you already have these kind of researched in advance of what you're going to be writing about, or do you have a writer that writes them for you?
Yes. I could share the content with the final buyer.
Okay, cool. So you do have a writer that is writing the content and uploading it and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Now, let's pretend you wanted to keep this business and you wanted to grow it. What would be the least risky path you'd focus on to grow the business?
It's still trending, and I see that there's a new models coming up regularly, and I would just add fresh content to rank them.
Now, on the flip side here, let's say you were incredibly risky and you wanted to grow this business as fast as possible. What would you do to grow the site?
I would add a lot of content and also try to explore other categories in the niche.
Okay, so maybe expanding the niche of the website then into more of a overall authority on the subject?
Yes. There's a lot of sub-niche that I could explore as well.
And speaking of risk, what do you think the biggest risk with a site like this is that buyers should be aware of?
The link profile is pretty clean. I see the risk is more like there are other new competition coming on board.
So the risk is other website owners trying to compete you, outrank you.
Yeah, that could happen on any
that's a pretty
niche
fair
site.
risk. And obviously, of course, 80% of traffic from Google. Good thing you have a clean link profile, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The site's been around for a while, though, so you definitely have survived some pretty good updates here. But when it comes to maintaining this site, what are you doing for maintenance? Are you just adding the 1 or 2 articles a week? Is that all you're doing? Or are you doing other tasks to manage the website?
Yeah, pretty much it. And I have some social media ideas to explore that I can share with the buyer as well.
Is there any skills or requirements you'd suggest for a buyer to have if they're not familiar with this niche?
Yeah, they could do some basic keyword research that I could train them, and also some basic like WordPress operation to format the content and to publish them.
Now, moving to a few wrap-up questions here, would you be willing to sign a non-compete saying, hey, look, I'm not going to go start this site right after you buy it for me?
Yes, I could sign it.
Excellent. And how much support would you be willing to offer that buyer?
I would do like 2 to 3 hours like Skype training, and after that we could do like 2 months like email support and answer any questions that the new buyer has.
Cool. 2 months is a pretty good amount of time there for the new buyer. Now, obviously, the best case scenario here for you and for Empire Flippers is someone comes in and buys this business upfront for 100% of the list price. But with that said, would you at all be open to an earnout? Say someone said, hey, look, I'll give you 80% down and maybe 20% after the 2 months of training. Would you be at all open to some kind of scenario like that?
Yeah, I'm open. I prefer to have upfront cash as much as possible, but I'm open to that.
Right, and obviously it's very much case-by-case basis, right?
Yes.
Before I ask you my final question here, my hot seat question, if you will, just to give a quick summary again for everyone out there listening in about this business. It was built in March 2014, has a monthly revenue of $5,081, with expenses sitting at $563, for a total net profit of $4,518. That is over a 12-month average. With the sale of the site comes the domain, the site content, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest accounts, as well as 2,000 plus email subscribers. So my final question for you is, what is your best pitch in 30 seconds or less on why someone should purchase this business?
Yeah, it's a pretty passive business and there's a lot of growth opportunities. I see that like the site becomes an authority and you enjoy working on that. So there's a trending niche and a lot of customers that are shopping on a regular basis.
Yeah, I agree. These sites are fantastic for both people just starting out because they are, relatively simple to maintain, as well as people who want to go big because really the sky is the limit with AdSense and Amazon affiliate. You just keep making a bigger and bigger site. And often that leads to more traffic and more revenue. So for those out there, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want more information, the link will be below this video that would take you to our actual marketplace listing. Now, if you're watching this on the actual listing page and you want more information, you can become a depositor today. All you have to do is click the button, make a deposit, and you'll be given everything you need to review this business. So Kent, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.